All right. What is going on, guys? I actually have something super exciting to share with you. It's something that I have been working on for about the past year to be able to do what I'm doing today. And before that, it's been something that I've done for years and years and years. This is how I started out. What I want to talk about today is the coaching development program. We have finally put together an online version of our coaches development program. And I'm going to walk you guys through it on our website and kind of talk a lot more about it. But some background, some history on this. Again, I am Kolby Krystofik from Oxnard Movement, CrossFit Oxnard. I started CrossFit in 2012, and I went through an internship myself at CrossFit Malibu with Mike Anderson. And that was instrumental in the start of my CrossFit journey, right? I did 9 months of interning with Mike before coaching my first class. And I got my level 1 before I coached my first class. And I also had a 4-year degree from Pepperdine University in sports medicine. So I was about as prepared as you could be to be a coach. And I still went through a 9-month program. As I came close to my first couple of coaching sessions, I thought to myself, man, I'm not ready to coach. And so I know the struggle of going from somebody who's interested in coaching, who might have some relevant background or history, and wants to make that jump into coaching, but feels like that level 1 is not enough to get myself over the hump from not coaching to coaching my first class. There is a big gap in there. And for a lot of our coaching needs, there's a lot of coaching development that helps coaches go from that beginner, intermediate coach into that next level, that advanced level coach. But there's not a lot of great resources for those of you who want to go from the athlete to the coach for the first time, or for somebody who's just a member and they want to learn more about the coaching process. There's no really resources outside that level 1, which is a weekend like fire hose type of opportunity. Doing something like this that for our course is 10 weeks long gives you a lot more opportunity to basically practice and like recall information and really understand the coaching portion of CrossFit. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here. Let's go. Okay, sharing my screen, and let's search it up. Oxnard Movement. This is our website. Welcome to the best hour of your day. Got a pretty sweet setup here. And we're going to go into programs, and we're going to go all the way down to the coaches development program. Now here on the coach development program, this is what we're going to walk through today. We're going to talk about a bunch of different, what it includes, what it entails, how it's set up, everything like that. So here is the coaches development program page. And the goal of this, the overarching goal, is to increase your knowledge of movement and technique. Learn how to coach CrossFit safely and effectively for the general population. And we want to bridge the gap from athlete to coach. This is now open to the public. It's a virtual video guided course that can be completed on demand. Now, if you're in or around our space, you know that I teach one of these every spring semester. So like January to April, I teach this 10-week long course. And I have been doing this for months and months and months, not months, years and years and years. We've done about 7 or 8 iterations, and we've put through probably close to 20 coaches through this program. And I've got coaches that now coach at other gyms in the area. They're no longer coaches with us, but they've gone on to be full-time coaches in other spaces as well. So here's what it looks like. If you do it in person with us, the cost is $1,200. This online virtual option for you guys makes this a lot more accessible to everybody. So it's $600, $599. And you can split that into 2 payments, or you can keep it into 1 payment. Now, with this $600, you get access to the 10 lesson coach development program. And it's got over 20 hours of on-demand video content in person. Each of these lectures is 2 hours. Because this is video recording and I cut out breaks and questions and things like that, we cut down these lectures to be a little bit shorter. Then you have a PDF workbook that you're going to work through. And this PDF workbook is 60 plus pages. You're also going to run through quizzes after every single lesson. So you'll get an opportunity to watch the video, take your notes through your workbook, and then take a quiz immediately following that lecture before moving on to the next one. Then probably the most important part of this course is there's a practical application guide to complete at the gym that you're working at. So we're going to talk about some other prerequisites for taking this course, but you're going to need to be in some gym currently in order to make this course the most valuable thing that you can do. So here's our overview. We've got 4 phases of self-guided content: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. Phase 3, phase 4 is missing out of here. In phase 1, we've got intro to the program, basic anatomy, and physiology. This is a super simple one. We're kind of going to overview what the program looks like and how to go about the program and what to expect. Then lecture 2 is coaching principles, CrossFit, and other models for coaching fitness. Then we go into phase 2. And phase 2 is a lot of our teaching and seeing foundation. So we're going to talk about teaching, seeing, correcting of presses. We're going to talk about teaching, seeing, correcting of squats, teaching, seeing, correcting of pulls. And then we're going to go through in this phase additional movements as well. So teaching, seeing, and correcting of additional movements. And then you're going to have lecture 7 here is going to be a practical teaching portion where you're going to upload a video and submit it to us. And then after lecture 5 is you're actually going to get a practical portion with a workbook unlocked for you. And with that practical portion, we're going to jump down to that really quick. You're going to do a number of different things. Some of them are required to work for us as a gym, and some of them in that workbook are only required to complete this course. So if you're not in Oxnard, you do not need to do all steps in this workbook, only the ones that are notated. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to observe 6 group classes. This is where there's going to be a walkthrough of everything in detail, what you should be doing in each of these classes. Then you're going to teach warm-up and then observe the rest of class for 6 more classes. Then you're going to do the warm-up and you're going to teach the skill and strength. And then you're going to demo the movements for the workout for 6 classes. And then you're going to be the coach for 6 classes as well. Now, those 4 opportunities are the only 4 that are required, or those 4 levels are only 4 required to get a certificate of completion for this course. Now, there's other things in here that would be extremely beneficial for you. And if your gym wants you to run something through this, they are more than welcome to use this content to help you move to the next level. And those are shadowing some intro consultations. So how does the sales process work at your gym? And can you watch somebody do one? And can you do one yourself? Personal training sessions. Hey, is there an onboarding system for your gym? And can you take somebody through that onboarding? A specialty seminar. What is something that you feel very confident in teaching? Now I want you to teach it to a group of people. And then 6 group classes in a graded fashion. So that's different than teaching these 6 group classes because the coach is there with you the entire time, telling you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Where these next 6 group classes that are graded, that are required for us, the coach no longer helps you. The coach is only evaluating you on that on a rubric that you know and see. and you got to pass with an 80% or above. And then the final thing that you got to do is a written test that is a combination of both things that you've learned in this course, and also for this written test, it is things that are relevant to our space here at Oxnard Movement. Things like, what is our mission and vision? Things like, when's our first class? Things like, where do the rowers go? Stuff like that every coach and employee should know. And then, okay, so who is this for? This is for the new coach. You already started coaching, but you feel like, man, I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe you technically know some things, but you feel like you're behind on seeing faults, or you're late on giving cues, or you're not sure how you should be communicating with athletes, maybe inside classes or even outside of classes. This is a great program for you. The aspiring coach, meaning CrossFit you've dove in, it's changed your life. You made a massive change. Maybe you didn't make a massive change. It just really impacted you. And you want to take up more of a leadership role in your local gym, even if you're not sure, hey, I want to be a career coach, but I want to have some sort of foundation to help the space that I'm in, because they made a big difference in me. So I want to be able to give that back. This is a great option for you as well. And then finally, the CrossFit enthusiast. This is somebody who's like, hey, I love CrossFit. This is super awesome. I maybe don't have any intention in coaching, but what's the next step? I got my muscle ups. I got my snatches. I got this. I learned these things. I feel like I'm hitting RX workouts. Like, what's my next step? Well, from athlete, the next ascension would be two things. Number one, what you should do, go back to basics, start again, get even better. But number two is we start to ascend to the level of coach. We start to look at things in a different perspective, and that ascension from athlete to coach, this is a great thing for you as well. It could help you understand things better for your own workouts. It could help you understand things better from when you're getting coached, understanding their perspective. So you'll become a better athlete because of this. Now, some suggested prerequisites. We kind of talked about you having to be in some sort of gym here. So there's no official prerequisites to participate in the coach development program, but these two things are going to help you get the most out of this program. Number one, having a year of CrossFit experience. A huge amount of the coaching process is learned through experience and practicing what you preach. So if you've got no experience doing group classes, no experience doing CrossFit, it's going to be very difficult for you to relate and hold some sort of efficacy when you go into a leadership role. And the second thing is to be a good standing member of a local CrossFit gym for at least 3 months. Another thing to think about is, hey, there's going to be practical applications. You are not going to get as much as you would like to or should need to get out of this program if you're not practicing things. And if you don't already have a relationship with a current CrossFit gym or a small group fitness gym, the likelihood that they're going to let you jump into shadowing or teaching classes is going to be very, very low. So you want to be able to build that relationship for at least a couple of months as a good standing member before asking, hey, can I use your space to help me teach in this course? I'm taking this course online, and I've been asked to shadow and watch some of you guys do your thing as coaches. Cool. What are some other things? Now, if you'd like to work for us here in Oxnard, California, we've got additional prerequisites. And again, we also run this program in person. So if you want to be an in-person coach here with us, or if you're local in the area and you're like, hey, I would rather wait until this is offered in person, there's some different prerequisites. There's some different things to talk about when you're going through that. But 1 or 2 payments, super exciting. The first 20 people that sign up for this coaches development program are going to get 50% off. I know that's a huge discount. That's super, it's a no-brainer for you that are looking to move in the right direction as far as coaching goes. $300 is a massive, massive win for you. It's only going to be available for 20 people. So if you're seeing this video, you're probably one of the first of these 20 people. You want to get your hands on this. You're going to get access to me via email. I'm going to be checking in with you as you go through this course, receiving some feedback from those first 20 as well. So if you want to pick my brain or get in touch with me, this is a great way to do it. I'm super excited about this program, guys. We've been working super hard to make sure that the content is clear, concise, everything is dialed in. There's not a waste of information. It's not extra information. It's exactly what you should be learning, and the layout that you should be learning it. You guys really should check this out. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.